Alright, people. Right, as a side note, if I sound like butt, it's because I lost the little fluffy thing that goes on the end of my mic again. It keeps going walkabout, that little shit. So, sorry, but, there ain't much I can do. I kinda wanna narrate. So, yeah. Anyway, this first match is against... I've got two, by the way, because I felt like it, and the first one is... there. Surprisingly against two rain teams. I mean, I heard that Black and White 2 had kind of, you know, made it so that rain teams were a bit more kind of common. I didn't realise that it made it this common. 2 in a row is a bit, well then. The second one had some, did the other guy in battling Burning Impact, who I'll put the channel in the description, because he asked very nicely, so yeah, you can, yeah. Yeah, he had a rain team, but with a couple of twists. Anyway, I lead off with Mienshao, he leads off with Tornadoes. I asked the guy if it was Therian form, because you never bloody know these days, because no one tells you, and he was like, I'm not telling you. It's like, well, fuck off then, God. So, I'm worried it's going to be Scarfed. If it isn't Therian, it's going to outspeed Mienshao anyway. If it is, it probably still will, because I'm lonely. So I'm just going to switch out and go to Polytoad. It's my special wall. He's going to go U-turn, he's going to get a crit on my Polytoad. And I was like, bah! What a pain in the ass to kick off with. So, Polytoad, well, it's looking fine, really. But it is a lot more pivotal than I actually give it credit for, because I'm not a big fan of it. I love the Water Absorb one, because it's cool, and you can do some different things with it. But Drizzle is just... there. I don't know. Anyway, he's going to go into Toxicroak, which walls me to hell and back, and I'm going to go into Gyarados, because I want to get an Intimidate on it. And I look around and think, huh, I have nothing for Toxicroak apart from maybe Dragonite, but I distinctly remember these fuckers carrying Ice Punch at one point. So I was a bit shifty, but I go Taunt and Intimidate it. Or I Intimidate it and then go Taunt. So he can't do fuck all. Howeverington, he's actually just going to flat switch with the sub up, which was a bit peculiar, but whatever. So in comes Polytoad, and now I'm sitting here, we're giving this bastard a shifty look, because, you know, Polytoad's kind of bland, but it actually can do a decent amount of things, like you can run Scarf Specs, yeah, Perish Song, that's fun. Anyway, I'm going to go into my Polytoad, because it is a special wall, I may as well use it as a buggering special wall. And I'm just going to go for a Toxic, because I may as well try, I'd like to have the Polytoad poison. And he's going to go into his Fortress, and I'm like, cool deal, I have a Rain Boosted Scald for your face. However, this doesn't do that much. When you consider his Rain Boosted and Stab on a 4E, he must be running a shit ton of special defense. So, I guess it kind of worked out, a little bit. Not really, because I get the burn, and the burn is gonna make it a bit close, but I might get a KO with the next score, just a little bit, maybe? Yeah, I don't know. I have no fucking clue why I'm doing that, but I don't know. But he's gonna switch out, and he's gonna go back into Toxicroak, and I don't really care that much. I mean, unless it bulks up to High Heaven and back, which, even if it does, all I have to do is switch into Gira, Taunt, and I'm cool to go, really. I'm not worried about the Toxicroak at all. However, he's actually going to switch out and predict my switch, which I was like, oh, well played, oh, okay. So, in comes this thing, and I'm thinking, oh, it might have Hidden Power Electric. Oh, I don't know why I thought it had Hidden Power Electric, but it just kind of seemed like a thing it might have. I don't know. I don't know what these buggering things are on. It was one of those things that popped into my mind. Just cause, so I'm a little bit worried. So I actually don't sit here. I think I actually just go straight back into Polytoad. Which I know is a kind of peculiar switch, but I am a max HP, max special defense, special wall, special. So I kind of figured if he goes Hidden Power Electric and it does a lot, then I'm going to go, right, I'll just go into Pharaoh then. But he gets another U-turn crit, which is like, oh, you bastard! And then comes Rachi, I'm like, he could have Thunder. However, I am banking he won't go Thunder, because I have a Magnezone, and everyone is scared of Magnezone. Once again, Magnezone works in my favour. God, I love that thing so much. It always works consistently. Anyway, I'm going to rest up, and there's Toxicroak again, and I have nothing to do. There isn't much point letting it set up on me, but I know that unless it has Thunder Punch or Stone Edge, which he might do, he could do, Gyarados is going to be chill. So I go in, I get an Intimidate on it again. I'm going to taunt it again. Even if it Drain Punches, I don't care. I can quite happily sit here. If I have to DD up to +6, cool beans, I will. I just have no problem here. So I taunt him, and now I can go out into Dragonite, because even if he has Ice Punch, he is at -1, and I do have Multiscale, and I will outspeed, and I will EQ twice, and I will kill him. Unless he's really bulky, which I don't know, he could be. But yeah, switching to Dragonite. And yeah, he's actually going to switch out again, wasting another lovely sub, man. And in comes this Tornadus, and he actually shows that he has Hidden Power Ice, and thank fucking God I'm running Multiscale. Because if I was my old stubborn self and ran in a Focus, because I do like in a Focus more. Multiscale's a bit, it's not very sporting. But there you go. At the moment it looks like I'm banded, so I'm just going to drop a normal gem, Extreme Speed in his face. I doubt I needed the normal gem in the slightest, but it's nice to have, you know? It's an insurance policy. If shit really has hit the fan, you can bring it in, you can Extreme Speed him, and it's just like, yeah! But in comes his own Dragonite. I don't really know what he wants to do at the moment. I guess I could go into Pharaoh and sit there like the annoying prick Pharaoh is, because that's all it does. I'm not a particularly big fan of Pharaoh. I mean, it kind of gets the job done, but as you'll see next battle, I have some vague reservations about it. I'm not sure it's as good as everyone pegged it to begin with. But there you go. You don't know till you try. Anyway, the match is going to DC. So, yeah, wow, I actually got that down to, yeah. But basically, it DC'd and then he left the chat, and I was like, okay, he's probably just done what every Smogonite does. I don't know why he would DC, but whatever. He's like, oh, it's crappy internet. And I was like, oh, okay. Whatever. I don't know whether to believe him anymore, but still, when you're trying to get back into pokes, there's a bit of a kick in the nadges, because you're trying to have fun. DCs aren't fun, they're annoying, and they waste your bloody time. But still, yeah, battle against Burning Impact. Should be him, but maybe someone stole that name. I don't know. I'm not one to judge. Maybe he misclicked an N. Still, channel will be in the description. You can go check him out if you want. If you don't want to, then that is entirely your choice, and I will respect that choice, and I'm sure he will as well. Anyway, we're going to get into this. I saw Fori in the thing, and it was in the lead-off spot, so I was like, meh, Magnezone, why not? Might, you know, not try and switch out. I think the really good players, like the smart ones, will actually think, I'll just check if it is Magnet Pull. Which I can still use to my advantage anyway, because I can still sub up if they feel like trying to switch out. So it still creates some confusion, which I still do love, so... But either way, I've pretty much given away my game on the first turn. I'm just going to go Hidden Power Fire, hit the Fori, because I can, I suppose. Takes it down to its sturdy. He is going to set up his Stealth Rocks. Bit of a pain in the arse. Gyarados is going to take a bit coming in, so is Dragonite. And it breaks Dragonite's Multiscale. But in the grand scheme of things, fuck it, I'll live. Anyway, I'm just going to go Hidden Power Fire again, because I outsped, I may as well. It stops him from being there to Rapid Spin away my shit. So he's going to go into his own Politoed, and he actually has quite a cool Politoed set. I do quite like it, if I say so myself. But I Hidden Power Fire there, and I think, well, I've got the special defense that I should be okay to take any hit he feels like going for. So I'm just going to go for Thunder, and as you'll find out later, I actually couldn't have done if he'd have felt like going for it. But still, I Thunder as he brings in Fori as Death Fodder, so I guess he just wanted his Rain up so he could bring in something and hit me a bit harder. I don't know what his gig is. But still, Fori dead is lovely. So when comes this Keldeo, and I'm thinking, nah, I don't really want to take a Secret Sword. It's not very fun, is it? So I am actually just going to go into Politoed, because it's there. And I know Keldeos have some pretty piss-poor move pool, which is a bit of a shame, and I think it was a bit fucking retarded that Game Freak didn't give it Ice Beam. It's a bit mean, like literally every water type gets an ice move of some description. Although I think didn't Seismitoad not have Ice Beam, which is just stupid. I don't know. Game Freak is stupid bastards. But there you go. I know the most powerful thing that it can have in its ice thing is either Icy Wind or Hidden Power Ice, and I don't know. Even if it does, it still ain't gonna hurt Politoed. But I'm just gonna go Toxic, because I want a Toxic things, because Politoed's a stalling git like that. And in comes his own Politoed, and I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, I may as well just try and kill it. Oh no, I'm not that phased about it. Politoed, I probably should have tried to save this Politoed a bit more, as opposed to just sacking it, trying to kill his, but again, I didn't really care. But he has Refresh on his Politoed, and I like that. I think that's different, you know? Shows a bit of creative flair. And then he actually pulls a Water Gem Surf out, and in the rain, and Stab, and Water Gem, that would have wrecked my Magnezone, so he really should have gone for it. I mean, if he was predicting the switch out, fine, but seriously, man, if you'd have gone for that, you would have been a lot better off, as you'll see later. Because I love Magnezone, I love it, it's so good! Anyway, his Surf does fuck all to Politoed, which just shows how bloody bulky this thing is. Even with the Rain Boost and the Water Gem, it just doesn't care. And now he goes for Psychic, and still, Politoed... A fuck is never given with Politoed. But after sleep talking a bit, I get rest, I'm sitting there thinking, okay, he's got no lefties, I've got Scald, I can sit in here, and I can just keep Scalding until I either get a burn, or a crit, or till he just literally flat out dies, because at the end of the day, I'm going to come out of this with a decent amount of HP. I could rest and sleep talk again, but fuck it, I don't really care that much about Politoed. So, well, whatever, life goes on. Anyway, I'm just going to Scald it one more time, and then the Politoed is going to go down, so... Yay! Like I say, I'm not the biggest fan of Politoed, but... it does have some interesting things that it can do. And it's like Ninetales. No one ever gives the physical Ninetales set a go, because physical Ninetales is amazing. Fucking... sun-boosted stab flare blitz, and its special attack isn't much better, to be honest. So, although that said, its special move pool is vastly better because it also has Solar Beam and Energy Ball and Overheat, but fuck it. Physical Ninetales is cooler. Anyway, in comes Dragonite. I make a bit of a dumb play. I actually stay and go for a Toxic because I kind of wanted to make this Dragonite, you know, die slowly. If I was going to do anything, I should have gone for a rest, but he confuses me and I get hit anyway, so that is the end of poor Politoed. But, yeah, I'm not particularly worried. I mean, even if he has, like, Fire Punch on this thing, Ferrothorn will laugh at him for days. Because it's Ferro, and he, yeah. Max Defense Impish Ferro just doesn't give a fuck about anything. Unless it's special, then, yeah, it's crap. But, you know, for all intents and purposes, it's a physical wall, it's pretty hard to do better. Unless you get Regirock in Sand, because then you can make him a mixed wall, and oh, that's just evil. That is some beatdown with that kind of wall. But either way, just as a nice thing to sit there, set up some rocks, Leech Seed, knock off, just be annoying, that's all Ferro does. Anyway, I'm just going to knock off his lefties as he Brick Breaks me, and I see that Brick Break literally does nothing. I can take those for days, I can even set up a Leech Seed, I can fart around all I bloody well want. And he recognises that I can fart around all I bloody well want, and he's actually going to switch out into Volcarona. I love Volcarona, as I'm sure a lot of you know by this point, in my Pokemon playing video thing. Because it's amazing. Well, Scarf Volcarona specifically. Every other Volcarona's kind of shit. But Scarfed, that's like the creme de la creme of moth bug things. Yeah. Either way, after farting around a bit more, I get up Leech Seed, and I'm thinking, okay, he's on a rain team, why would he have Fiery Dance or Fire Blast? So he goes for a Fiery Dance, and I'm like, oh, I'm on a rain team. Come on, Ferro, I gave you a bit of special defense investment. But no, as it turns out, he's life-orbed, and he stops Pharaoh farting around and shits in his face. So, bye, Pharaoh, you bastard. So, I was happy yet sad, because I could have gotten up stealth rocks, but there. I just don't know why. I mean, I remember old Yeldy friend Amy said that she used to love running Hurricane Volcarona in rain, so that's kind of what I thought it was. You know, like, kind of quiver dance thing. Didn't think it'd have fiery dance, though. But I suppose even, well, I don't know. I just don't think I really see the point of having it if you're in rain, but that's me. Either way, I go into Gyarados, because I know the hardest thing it can hit me with is Hurricane. And he goes for Psychic, and judging from this Psychic, if he had Hurricane, it would have killed. So, yeah, that was ballsy. But now I've actually got a DD up, and I think, right, I need to just get somewhere. I need to do as much damage to the thing as I can, and maybe Dragonite come in and extreme speed me. But then I see the Leech Seed, and I'm like, ooh, Dragonite won't kill me with an extreme speed now. Who bloody Ray. So I Waterfall, kill off the Volcarona, and Gyarados is looking, you know, pretty lovely jubbly at this point. I'm quite, you know, happy with the way this is going. He's going to bring a Suicune, which I'll admit I did completely forget about. But at the end of the day, I'm still not worried, because I have Magnezone, and Magnezone's so good. Magnezone is starting to really get up there with some of my favourite pokes, like Terry, Life Orb Mix Licky, Scarf Volcarona, Taunt DD Gira. Terry is always going to be the top of that pile, as I'm sure you'll all know, but there you go. Oh, and that Marowak. I do love that Marowak. Anyway, after taunting him, he's going to keep trying to scald me and get rid of me, which I'm not bothered. I'm just going to go with Stone Age, just get some damage on it. Because while Magnezone is modest, max special attack, and has a stab analytic boosted Thunder directly aimed for this Suicune's face, I do get the distinct feeling that Suicune is so damn bulky, and if he has a funky set and he lives it, I'm in the shit. So, I could have saved Gyarados, but I just wanted to make sure that this Suicune will get absolutely demolished. So, no worries. And either way, it's a safer switch, and I know Zone won't die to a scored unless he gets a crit, because I just have that much bizarre special defense investment. Anyway, here it is, Magnezone, with the Thunder, aimed directly at the face, and he goes, aha! I have Hidden Power Fire! And I'm like, haha! I have Rain at a normally high amount of special defense. Die! So he does! If he'd have gone Schooled, much better off, but I don't know. What are you gonna do? So, Magnezone is looking pretty perky right about here. And then comes Dragonite, and I'm thinking, I don't really care. You know, I know you're Brick Break. If you had EQ, I'd be worried, but you don't, so I'm not. So he's going to go Brick Break, and again, I'm not bothered. He's like, haha, your Sturdy won't save you now, and I'm like, I have Analytic. He's like, oh. See, I thought he thought I had, you know, Analytic, because he could switch out of his 4E, not Sturdy. I don't see the point of running Sturdy on a Magnezone. It's going to die anyway. But in comes the Keldeo. I'm thinking, right, alright, you've done well with Magnezone. And then he's going to go for a Secret Sword. And then afterwards he tells me he's a Swords Dance mix set. So Magnezone fucking lives it. So good. Fucking try it, guys. Analytic Magnezone doesn't give a fuck. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the double battle thingy. And I'll see you guys another time. Check out his channel. Peace.